Love the music as always. Skipped watching the intro as always. But yeah, I'm excited. So are those gonna be the bad guys or the good guys or the whatever? I'm excited. They interest me definitely. Prologue, the Warriors of Hope, but they're the bad guys, right? Because they control Monokuma?
Around a year and a half ago, a certain incident completely changed the world.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna start understanding what's going on.
Apparently, the origin of the incident was a student movement at a certain school.
Indeed.
But the school covered it up, so it was too late when the world finally realized. It grew out of control, becoming a monster that swallowed the entire world.
Yeah, this is probably still, in my opinion, one of the weakest points of the series is how this even spiraled. It's just kind of something that I kind of accept now, but it doesn't really make sense. And it's not really realistic in the slightest, but I'll accept that the world went to shit. I just want to understand how shitty we're at right now.
It couldn't have just been some riot or student protest. It had to be something far deeper.
Indeed.
That much should be obvious. It did come from Hope's Peak Academy, after all.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to mention your Aniki-san?
Eventually, the incident grew so much in strength and scale that it threw the world into despair.
Yeah, they didn't really go into detail about that at all, but sometimes it's best left unsaid. I mean, to be completely fair, if they tried to explain it and fucked up, that would have just ruined it anyway, so... I mean, it's lazy to not bother explaining it, but if they couldn't think of a good explanation, then sometimes it's best left unsaid, so...
Theft, arson, brutality, murder. The violent crime rate went off the charts.
Yup.
Violence spawned revenge, which fueled more violence, driving the crime rate even higher. Before long, a global war broke out. A war not for land or ideals, but only for the sake of war.
I love war. That'd be a cool villain.
A war that tainted the world with despair. But even with all this evil and chaos, I had complete faith in my world.
So, this happened before you got locked up. I guess so, because I believe, if I'm right, if I remember correctly, the first game, they were at the school for a year, and then they decided to, like, then the world went crazy, then they went to lock themselves in, so a while passed before they even set that whole thing up. So I guess it would have had to been... No, but they would have... So, wait. Okay, I'm confused now. You already knew... So did you know about the spirit incident before getting locked up or not? I'm not sure.
And even when it felt like I was falling, I kept believing. It's still okay. It's all right.
Because if this is a year and a half after a certain point, but still before the second game, which I think it is, and yet it had to have been at least a year that passed before the incident started breaking out from them actually being at the school, then it'd be like a year and a half after the first game. But the second game, how many years is that after the first game? 2? 3? I'm not sure.
Then, I found out that 7 of my classmates had died suspiciously. I fell further still.
Okay, so it did. The incident did start before you even before you were kidnapped. Okay, okay.
But even then, I kept telling myself, "It's all going to be fine. Don't be afraid."
Because my characterization is the same as my brother's. Well, maybe not, but so far it's seeming similar, which isn't a bad thing, but it's kind of a generic thing. And you are the main character as well, so hopefully you're not quite that, you know, you're not quite just that type of character, but we'll see.
But the realization that it was too late came to me like the ground rushing up to break my fall.
That would be interesting. It's very interesting because the students in the first game and the second game had it like all coming to them at once, the realization that, oh, this actually happened, versus living it out and having it happen all around you and developing. Very different feelings. Neither one terribly enjoyable. Well, maybe for some people it would be terribly enjoyable, but enjoyable in a terrible way. But very different experiences, and it's nice to get inside the mind of someone who actually experienced it that way.
A group of men I had never seen before broke into my house and separated me from my family.
So the parents are dead, right? Let's be realistic, they're dead.
The world I had been living in up to that moment collapsed. Everything changed.
So, world just for kids, huh? That's what the Warriors of Hope were saying? Or if they're even for good guys' cause, I don't know. I mean, technically I'm still a kid, right? So, I don't have to die? Whatever the case, yeah, those guys have to be like a third faction, I guess, who hacked the Monokumas themselves? When did the Monokumas become so hackable?
And since that horrible and unjust imprisonment, a year and a half passed.
Okay.
I was supposed to be a normal high school girl, but instead, I became a complacent prisoner. And what was waiting for me at the end of that despair was a despair even deeper, even worse.
Even despairier.
There's no use in keeping hope. That's what I was forced to realize. Once again.
Clearly, you need a talking to from your big Aniki. There's always room for the hope. Keep the hope boner strong. Oh wait, you don't have a dick. Still keep the hope boner strong. The boob boner. Is that a thing? I don't think so. Make it a thing.
Why is this happening? If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have stayed in my room forever.
Oh, that's kind of like the problem they faced in the first game. You never want to pick to stay in. Always got to move forward. But she hasn't had a whole game worth of character development yet, so that's fair enough. Although Byakuya should have had a whole game and didn't.
Run. That's right. That Byakuya guy said that someone is supposed to be here, right?
He probably just lied because he doesn't give a shit.
They're supposed to be here.
Or even if he told the truth, he probably doesn't care if it worked out alright. Because after all, this place did go crazy. I don't know, I know I'm giving Byakuya shit, but that's because he deserves to be given shit, so, meh. If he proves to me in this game that he's not a complete jerkface, I'll treat him like not a complete jerkface.
That suit. It's the same as that Byakuya guy's.
Indeed. Oh, I get it. You're person letter 3. Are you okay, FF letter 3? Yeah, Future Foundation, I'll call it FF for short. FF letter 3. Actually, FFL3, right, because L will be short for letter. And then if I'm doing numbers, I can go FFN. So FFNP? Yeah.
Are you alright?
Final Fantasy number poop.
Who are you? You shouldn't be here. Hurry up and run.
Who are you, good sir? Your name is Questions. Are those going to be changed to something else eventually? More than just Future Foundation Grunt?
You're from Future Foundation, right?
Isn't it the Future Foundation? I think it's supposed to be the Future Foundation. Just saying you're from Future Foundation doesn't sit right with me.
How did you know?
Because I already read a walkthrough for this game, so I know all the spoilers. I actually don't. Don't take that seriously, I don't.
I was told by a guy named Byakuya Tagami to meet you here.
Update status on my thoughts on the voice. Hasn't changed much. Still not really used to it at all. Again, I don't think she's a bad voice actor. I just do not think it's a fitting voice for this character. Maybe that'll change.
Could you be? Are you a captive?
I was.
Go to the park. Head through this door and go straight down the road.
Go to the park? Where's the park? How would I know where the park is? Is it through this door and down the road? Then why wouldn't you just say... In fact, if that was the case, you should reword that sentence. Head through this door, go straight down the road, go to the park. That's what you should be saying, if the park is my destination. Otherwise, you should say something else.
There should be a Future Foundation helicopter there. Hurry, go!
Future Foundation helicopter? Who's gonna pilot?
But what about you?
He's just FF, what was he? FF letter 3, wasn't he? FFL3? No one cares about FFL3. Oh jeez. More Kumas!
Hurry! You gotta get out of here!
But no Mook left behind!
I'm sorry.
I don't care if you're a red shirt! If that was Makoto, he would try to save him.
Over here. I'll take you all on.
Oh god.
I'm so sorry.
You can't fault her for that, but... I mean, at least she did apologize, kind of, to herself, but... Makoto would have tried to save him, even if he's a no-name, but... One thing I'm gonna say right now is...
The town... It's in ruins.
Oh, I can't even... Oh, so we're just side-to-side view? Interesting. One thing I'm gonna say right now is, if we're gonna have all these no-names dying, that's fair enough, but anytime there's, like, a game or a movie or a TV show or whatever, where no-names are constantly dying, and you're supposed to care, you really can't care unless you have something that makes you care, like you can relate to the experience. As in, for example, named characters that we know actually die. In a regular Danganronpa game, I'd be sure that's going to happen. In this game, though, I don't know. So hopefully we actually have named characters dying in this one, which is a weird hope to hope for. It's just that if they constantly have no names dying, and names don't ever die, then it's just going to be like, why should we care? They're going to try to make us feel sorry for people we don't know, and they're not making us feel sorry for the people that we do know. So that's why I'm hoping we actually do have some death in this, you know, because that'll actually give us some real despair. Other than despairing over the fact that I wish I could despair. I think that makes sense. What else? Was I going to say anything else? Not really. That makes sense. Makoto probably would have tried to save him, but she's just been through this crazy experience. She's, you know, trying to pick herself up. And, you know, it's not entirely rational to try and save him and fend off all of them, especially when you're just getting used to it. To be fair, in the other direction, she just killed a whole bunch of Monokumas. Way more than 3. She easily could have killed all of them with a gun. She didn't need to abandon him. I get it that she's scared, and that's probably gameplay story segregation, but still feels a bit iffy. I don't know. I'm fine with it, but gameplay segregation kind of hurts that. Anyways, I don't know. Alright, so we're side-to-side view now. Can I still shoot? No. I can't even press square, then what's the point? Oh, we can just see them killing people in the distance. Hey, you want to fight, guys? You want to fight? I have my gun. I can't use it, but I could totally fight you. No, you're not interested? Not hungry? Of course, because I have main character, I have plot armor. Or maybe plot twist, I'm gonna die at the end of the game. Wouldn't that be dark?
Dad! Mom! Makoto!
Speaking of which, that would set Makoto off. But no, he'd get through it because he has ultimate hope, right? Is it really ultimate enough to get past that? Because, I mean, he didn't know for sure if they were dead or not. And it turns out, at least, his sister isn't. So, but if he actually saw her die in front of him, would he still be able to keep his hope high? Would he really? I doubt we're going to be able to test that theory. She's probably not going to die, but, meh. Oh, female looks important. Or is she just generic female?
Are you people from Future Foundation? This guy, called Byakuya Togami, said that you guys could rescue me.
What is your name?
Komaru. It's Komaru Naegi.
Looks like that information about a captive in this town was correct.
Uh-huh. So I guess you are probably just generic female person. I was thinking it might be more than that, but no. They just have a generic female person, probably. The Smurfette principle, of course. The main characters could have a bunch of females, after all, it's all just they're girls. But with the generic moves, they gotta have the Smurfette principle.
So, where's Byakuya Togami? Is he safe?
He's dead.
He told me to run, so I haven't seen him since.
I also left some other guy for dead, but it wasn't Byakuya, so don't worry about it. Nobody important, nobody named. Wait, you're not all named. Ooh.
I see. I can't reach him, so I thought he might be in danger.
Imagine one of them's like, is FFL3 okay? He's, my twin brother. I've known him since I was born, of course, and we're like the closest things ever. People actually think we're kind of gay. It's kind of creepy, but he's the closest thing to me in my world. Have you seen him? Do you know if he's okay? He's just fine.
But then again, this is Byakuya Togami we're talking about. I'm sure he can handle himself.
You seem very unenthused.
But there was someone from Future Foundation getting attacked in the restaurant back there!
Ooh, you brought it up. FFL3's twin brother is not going to be happy about that. Isn't that right, FFL 3.2?
Please, you have to go save him!
Okay, at least you are telling him. That's good. It'd be pretty bad if she actually forgot all about it. That would be terrible.
Understood. I'll go back for him.
Oh, cool. Oh, headcanon. He's FFL 3.2. He's the one doing it.
I hope you can make it in time.
Shame that he's gonna die too.
What exactly is going on here? I still have no idea what's happening.
Also, wouldn't it be better to split in half? Like, send 2 of them there, keep 2 of them here? Usually that's the better option, but hey, whatever.
I don't know who you are, or where I am, or anything.
I see. Well, we don't have much time, so I'll give you the short version.
That sounds like Byakuya's voice actor. I could be wrong, but it sounds like Byakuya's voice actor just, pitching up his voice.
First off, we're from an organization called Future Foundation.
Okay, Mr. FFNC, is that your name? Future Foundation number C? No, I'm almost certain that's the same voice actor just pitching up his voice. If that is the case, really? Didn't have enough actors to go around? If it's not the case, am I the only one who thinks he sounds like the same person? That's weird.
We're trying to help the world recover from the incident. You know what I'm referring to?
The incident where your voice got all nasally and you pretended you were someone else? Byakuya rips off his face. It was me all along!
Incident?
The world's most BS incident in human history, why of course.
It's behind your imprisonment. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. If you don't give us details, it can never be that bad.
It was more than just an incident. It shook the foundations of society to the core.
You could even say, it shook the foundations of our future. Get it? Get it? You don't get it. You see, we're the future Shut up.
And it wasn't just one. Various incidents broke out all over the world.
I know you. I know your voice. Yeah, you're a no-name though, so I'm not gonna bother placing it.
And then the war. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history includes that, too. Because of all of this, the world just crumbled. But, in all that chaos...
Oh? Who is that? Oh, is that Kyoko?
Future Foundation is trying the best we can to bring hope back to this world.
If it was Kyoko, that would make sense. She would seem like the leader type to me. Although it seemed like her, Makoto, and Byakuya were all just kind of members. Maybe high up members, but just members. The silhouette just makes me think of Kyoko. Although, I don't know. There's plenty of females that could make you think of, really. Oh, no, that's not Kyoko.
Oh, and as for this town...
That's fucking what's-his-face. That's Hajime. No, what's his other name? I don't remember. It's Hajime. It's Hajime Hyuga. No, it is a female. It's Hyuga. Hinata Hyuga, of course. She's the villain of this game. I always knew she was evil.
Are you alright? Are you following?
I'm just trying to understand why you got a Naruto character in my video game.
Yeah. It's just a lot to take in, that's all. It's hard to hear.
I know this. No, it's not Hajime. What's his other name? No, it's not coming to me. It's gonna drive me crazy. Alright, for now, it's just gonna be Hajime Hinata Hyuga. The Triple H. The KKK, the HHH.
I'm sorry, but you need to know. This town is an island off the coast and controlled by a powerful IT corporation.
Actually, I just thought of something. This game is supposed to take place between the first and the second, right? If that's the case, are we gonna have characters from Danganronpa 2 running around, like, as bad guys? That would be cool, actually. Oh, what if we got, like, Nagito? They have to bring him back. I know he's a fan favorite. They've gotta... If they do have any of the Danganronpa 2 characters in this game, they're gonna have him. That could be cool.
It's commonly called Toa City.
Wouldn't you pronounce a word like that as Tawa? I don't know. Just, my Japanese pronunciation makes me think it would be Tawa, but, eh.
Toa City used to just be a nickname, but now it's what everyone calls it.
Ever since the government stopped functioning due to the tragedy, Toa Group and their cutting-edge technology are running the show here.
Izuru Kamakura, that was it. That was it. The Triple H factor it sounds cooler though, so I'm gonna still keep calling him that. But yeah, Izuru Kamakura.
Toa Group is a corporation that played a huge role in rebuilding the world. Ever since the tragedy, air pollution has made a lot of the planet uninhabitable.
Actually, that's interesting. Because Izuru's supposed to be the ultimate hope, right? So maybe if he's in charge right now, because Junko's dead, then maybe the Hope Warriors, they were calling them the Hope Warriors, maybe they're working for Izuru, and that's why they're calling themselves Hope, because they're working for someone called Hope, even though he's a member of Despair. Or something. Even when Hajime is a bad guy, he's still both Hope and Despair at the same time. That's kind of funny.
But Toa Group developed an air purifier that can clean massive quantities of air at a time.
That makes sense. So I guess you did that with our place originally. But then it got reinfected, I guess, by the Monokuma attack?
They invented it only 3 months after the safety order to stay indoors was given.
So, okay, so that's something I've been wondering about as well. They did make it seem in the first game like the air was polluted outside. And yet people were clearly running around or something. So I was wondering, you know, if they were going to deal with that or what, but... So I guess, yeah, they developed an air purifier, and they've been spreading it, so the world's kind of getting back into shape once Danganronpa 2 comes around. I guess that makes sense, but... Okay, cool.
Even after all this time, people all over the world are still clamoring for it.
I'm still... Although, that does actually make me wonder, though, how did the air get polluted in the first place? Because we know shit went down. We don't understand the full extent, but I guess some kind of poisonous virus got spread into the air. Nah.
But the clean air isn't the only thing that draws people to this town. Because of Toa Group's influence, this city has suffered far less damage than others.
Oh my god, I totally know you. You're a big name actor too. Oh, why don't I know him? Ah.
Because it's relatively unaffected by the incident, it's of special interest to us.
And no offense, Miss FFD, but I don't actually know you at all.
But this kind of riot going on in Toa City, this is something we never anticipated.
Are you trying to jerk off? Have you jerked off so much that your hand can only go in like blocky movements? Because that's effed up. Also, you should be future validation T for Togami, because you're secretly Togami. Or at least B.
So it's a riot? Why is something like this happening?
One name that came up into my head is, what's his face? The same guy who plays, like, Chrom in Fire Emblem Awakening. I don't think that's it, but that's one actor that came to mind, but I don't think so. Anyways, what?
Honestly, even we have no clue whatsoever about what's happening here.
Maybe it is him? Chrom? I don't remember his name, but is that who it is? Why am I taking this long to think about this one random FFB? He should be FFC, the other guy should be B though. That's a fact.
Where those Monokumas came from, why they're attacking the city, and that broadcast by those creepy kids. None of it makes any sense at all.
Okay, so this isn't quite part of the Despair group, it's like a third group? That's kind of neat, I like that. So if can I check the transcript? Maybe not.
The only thing we know for sure is that something horrible is happening here.
Uh-huh. Okay, so this is like a new group coming in and messing stuff up after you've already kind of saved the place. I like it. I like games with multiple villain factions.
We need to get more intel, but our priority is to escape. We need to leave, at least for now.
So while we're talking, do those two guys have enough time to come back here? Because they totally could have.
Yeah, you're right. We need to hurry and escape. We'd probably get killed in a place like this. And I mean, I want to see my family again. It's been so long.
Well, considering you're a kid, if it was the Hope Warriors that had you kidnapped, they probably wouldn't have killed you. Maybe they were waiting till you came of age. Maybe this is like your 18th birthday or something, and it's like, well, time to die. But if that is the case, then your parents are probably dead. I mean, let's be realistic. Who actually, okay, well, I don't want spoilers, obviously, in the LP. I'm probably going to record this way ahead. But who actually thought I could be wrong about this. Maybe their parents are alive. But who actually thinks, at this point, that their parents are going to be alive? Come on, they're totally dead. We know they're going to be dead. I'd actually be surprised if they were alive. That would be a pretty big plot twist, in my opinion.
Oh, about your family.
They're dead?
Hold it. What was that?
They're dead, right?
Do you hear that?
Makoto might be alive, but the parents are totally dead. They gotta be.
Is that singing?
Oh, is that gonna be the Hope Warriors? The Hope Warriors!
Over there!
Oh, that's the... That reminds me of Chow Garden, just because the Chows can start singing that song.
A kid?
Cool! The kids are gonna beat up all the grown-ups. Awesome.
Get back!
The Monokumas are like little chows. I like it. Oh, now he's dead.
This way! Get off!
More no-name deaths that we can't possibly care about. Can we have some name deaths so we can start caring? Uh-oh. Get out your hack gun! Where'd your hacker gun go? Where'd the female go? We didn't see her get axed, did we? Were we not allowed to because she's a female? Uh-oh. Kidnapped again? I think we just got kidnapped again. Yeah, you have a bad habit of that, Kamaru. Seems kinda sexist if you ask me. Oh, jeez. Execution? Oh, maybe it's gonna be like an execution, but it gets interrupted? It's cool getting to hear that song again, at least. Who's gonna save me? Or maybe she's already dead and it's already a game over. I already effed up. I made a wrong dialogue choice. Did I have any dialogue choices yet? I don't think so. So who's gonna save us? What? We're not gonna... We live that? No way. Bullshit. If that was a no-name, they would have died. FFL3 would have died. And now we're unconscious? Are we getting kidnapped? Not killed? Even though all the no-names are getting killed? This seems super plot armor. Like, I don't know, sometimes in games, I'd rather it doesn't feel so plot armor. Maybe there's gonna be a reason. A reason that they're not actually supposed to be killing me. There probably is. After all, they're not killing me, but it still feels kind of plot armor-esque. After all, when you're not fighting them here, when I was in-game, when I was actually shooting at the Monokumas, it seemed like they did kill me? I think? I don't know. Gameplay story segregation? Nah, we'll see.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Oh, shit. Oh, is this gonna be Nagito? What if it's Nagito? Because it sounds more like Nagito than it does Makoto, right? It could be either one, but I just got kidnapped by the Monokumas. If that's the case, it's probably Nagito, right? It would also make sense, because Nagito was the one who woke up Hajime at the beginning of the second game and said, hey, can you hear me? So I think we've been kidnapped by Nagito. Is that it? Because that'd be cool. Nagito? Nagito? That'd be awesome.
Are you okay?
That's gotta be Nagito. It could also be Makoto, but I don't know. I'm kind of hoping for Nagito. Because Makoto's obviously going to be in this game. I don't know if Nagito is, though. Also, that's what Nagito said at the beginning of the second game, so it would be fitting.
You look completely exhausted.
Yes!
Who are you?
Yes!
Me? Oh, my name's not really important. After all, I'm just a lowly servant.
I'm too afraid to speak over him. I don't want to say anything. Except for this thing as I just said.
I had heard this town would be safe, so I came here to seek refuge. Then, the riots.
Yes! Oh, my favorite character. I go back and forth over whether or not I like him or Servant. We know it's Nagito. who honestly is gonna play this game as like their first Danganronpa game? I mean, really? But yeah, I go back and forth over whether I like Chiaki or Nagito more, but I don't think Chiaki's gonna be in this game at all. I don't see how she could be. If she is, that's awesome. So, of the characters that can probably be in this game, he's my favorite. Oh, what's his character gonna be like? Is he already desperified? Or is he like, not yet? Could we like see his development into despair? That would be awesome. Or like, either way though, it's fucking Nagito. Oh my gosh, this game just got 10 times better. Not, who am I kidding? 100 times better.
And on top of that, I get captured by them. I've seriously got no luck at all.
But what if it's like he is part of despair, but he got captured by the kids because the kids are part of their own group, like their own sect of, because it seems like they're part of their own group. That'd be interesting, like Villanov. I always enjoy those.
But because I pleaded for my life, they allowed me to live as their servant.
Interesting. So you're working as the Hope Warrior's servant? Well, you do like working for Hope, don't you? Unless you're already desperified. Nah, you probably like Hope anyways. You're probably just internally struggling like, despair, hope, despair, hope! Anyways though, the Hope Boner is back! It's alive!
I'm being rude. Enough about me. Let's talk about you.
One thing I do want to quickly bring up, cause I feel it's relevant. I don't know if you want to call this a spoiler or not. In like the first ever Danganronpa 3 anime trailer, which is obviously going to take place after this game. I think it takes place immediately after Danganronpa 2 or something like that. I know I had a theory in Danganronpa 2 about how the characters could potentially come back to life. Because they did, like, it said they probably wouldn't, but I mean, it's Hope. And after all, if anyone's going to come back, it's Nagito because of luck, right? So I think there's a chance they might come back. But another reason that makes me think they might actually come back is because in an early Danganronpa 3 trailer, like the anime trailer, they had some kind of message or something. And the way it was displayed was very reminiscent of the way Nagito talked. So I know there was a theory floating around. I haven't been kept up to date with any of that in a while, but in like one of the very early trailers that happened. So I think there was a theory that maybe Nagito was coming back at least. And I think that would make sense. Because if they're going to have Nagito and other Danganronpa 2 characters in this game that maybe are dead in Danganronpa 2, it would be weird if like we have them in this game and then that's it. And then, oh yeah, by the way, they die in Danganronpa 2 and that's all you get of them. Maybe not for everybody, but I feel like it would make more sense if actually they do come back, and this is kind of like we're getting more backstory before they come back. Because if it's like we get Nagito here, and then we don't get any more later, I mean, I guess, but I'll be a bit disappointed. I'm hoping, I'm really hoping, because it is Nagito, that his ultimate bullshit luck lets him come back to life for Danganronpa 3. And I do have some evidence to support that. Now, if everybody's gonna come back, I don't know. I had a theory at one point that everybody might come back at the end of Danganronpa 2, and it didn't happen, but, at least Nagito. At least Nagito. Ultimate bullshit luck, come on. Anyways, I've gushed way too much about Nagito.
Either you truly are completely exhausted, or you're simply afraid to wake up and face reality. You were asleep a full 2 days.
Wow.
A full 2 days?
A full 2 days. More than enough time for the world to change completely.
How much change are we talking about?
Yes, even our world can change just that quickly. Like a watercolor painting caught in the rain. Ah, but you're more concerned about yourself than the world right now, correct?
I'm actually more concerned about you. Also, that gift on the floor? What? Is that gonna be like our treasure chests in this game?
You're wondering what's to become of you, now that you're trapped here, in this place.
What's going to happen to me? Huh?
Oh, so I love how he has that sexy chain on, even though it looks like he's not attached to anything. Maybe that's just the graphics, but it looks like he's not attached to anything. That was just their choice, because maybe they thought it looked sexy on him. Maybe, like, because I know there's some girls in that group. Maybe the boss girl was like, you can be my boy toy. You can have this chain on, just because you look cool with it. He could be my boy toy, hubba hubba. Nagito Komaru action. Ooh. Would that be sort of kind of incest? Voice actor incest.
Apologies. Your reaction was so... normal. It surprised me a little.
Also, I just noticed you have a glove on. That's right, your hand is fucked up. I just remembered that. So has that already happened then?
You honestly don't have a single unique characteristic.
Well, she is Makoto's sister. I'm hoping she's more of a character than Makoto. I don't dislike Makoto, but he's a very everyman character. So hopefully she's not the same every woman. Hopefully she's a bit more than that.
Well, no need to be depressed about it. This world is filled with unremarkable people. And the only one capable of empathizing with common, boring people is a common, boring person like yourself.
And what about you? Do you still hate on yourself in this game?
So, that's why you pass.
Pass what? What was the test?
What are you talking about?
Whatever it is, it's great. Oh, Nagito's in this game. Ah.
Well, that is just my personal opinion. It doesn't matter to them at all. Which means I'll need you to take a proper test.
A test?
But before that, I'll return this to you.
My gun? Are you working with me? I'm very confused about who's on my side and who isn't. That tends to happen when you have multiple villain factions. Because we have to, it seems like. So, are you with Despair right now, or not, or yes, or both? Do you fluctuate? Like, I'm with Despair on Tuesdays. The rest of the week I'm still a good guy. What? Oh, new troop bullet.
The hacking gun.
Oh, did they give me all the bullets at once and then only give me, and then like took it away and then gave it back only to give me one? I've had games do that before, but usually when they do that, they give me more of a chance to be a badass before they take everything away.
I borrowed it from you without permission. Sorry. But I absolutely had to analyze its capabilities.
That's fair enough. You're my Nagito-sama Sensei-sama-kun.
It sure is an amazing little machine. A device that forcibly hacks machines by shooting program codes with electromagnetism.
With them, even a bullshit student like me can get a real talent. That settles it. Every character in this game is gonna have to fight to the death to be the ultimate hacker, and the winner will not only be the hacker, they'll get to be the ultimate killer. But if they're the killer, they can't be the hacker. Ultimateception.
However, it was a bit too powerful. I made a few modifications for game balance purposes.
What? What? Nagito? Stop breaking the fourth wall. Nah, it's okay. You're Nagito. I forgive you.
Game balance?
Oh, no need to worry. You'll have the opportunity to upgrade it later.
Nagito's probably crazy enough that he knows that he's in a video game. He's one of those characters.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is he gonna be like my shop guy? Like, what are you buying? That would be awesome. I don't know. That's just the idea of that he's like my tutorial guy and he gives me stuff throughout the game. And he's like, fourth wall? What fourth wall? That would just be amazing. Oh, Nagito. Oh, you're awesome.
I understand how you feel, but it's about time you started the test.
Alright, let's do a tutorial again, kind of.
If you can safely make it all the way to where everyone is waiting, you pass.
Who is everyone, and are they on my side or not? Or are they waiting to see if they're on my side or not? I'm confused.
Everyone?
You'll meet them when you get there.
Is it the rest of the Danganronpa 2 cast, or is it somebody new?
However, even after you meet everyone, be sure to keep that gun of yours a secret.
Oh, really? At least I have Nagito on my side.
If you don't want to die, that is.
Yes, sir, Mr. Nagito, sir. You seem very rational for Nagito.
I'll be going on ahead.
I guess he probably is desperified. I'm guessing? He seems way too rational for Nagito. That's why I'm guessing he's already desperified. Because regular Nagito seems a lot more crazy than this. So maybe he decrazified when he became desperified, which I guess would make some sense. Either way, he's still cool. You can tell it's the same person, but he definitely seems more mellow. Maybe he's just holding it in right now? And yep, you're understandably freaked out. It is Nagito. Everybody's first time meeting him, they get a bit freaked out.
What the heck? What is going on now?